and that communication and conversation are essential for healthy adult relationships, and in fact, narcissists do not have them unless they're asking you questions, acting all interested in the love bombing part of the relationship, in which they actually listen to you. And you think, oh, this is heavenly. Well, it's temporary. So communication is essential, and it's one of those things that you learn to do when you're being raised by sane parents who aren't brainwashing you or trying to make themselves feel better about themselves by making you as little as possible, by giving children who don't know better insults and letting them know how intelligent they are, because you are the almighty big one. So my narc mother, I refer to her as OMBO, almighty big one. And that's the name I used to stay sane when I was a child. I used comedy. And if you lose your humor on this planet, other than health, you lose everything. If you can't laugh, you're already in hell. And we already know life can be hell, and we already know Earth is occupied by the demons. They exist. Hello. They're just like narcissists. Once you recognize their voice inside of your head, you can say, you're a liar, and you can go away now. Communication's essential. You'll never have it with a narcissist, except when they're love bombing you. They'll ask you questions about you just so they can figure you out, so they can mirror you. And then later in the relationship, they will degrade you, and they will use everything you ever told them against you. Yeah! Woohoo! That's what they'll do. That way, the conversation that you're going to start is the one that you're going to start with yourself. You're going to use the principles of conversation that you would use meeting a new person who you wanted to be like, hey, let's go have fun. And you aren't automatically taking into your mind and criticizing that person. No, you're looking for a way to play. At least I am. And I think you are too, if you're a listener of mine. You want to have a good time. You want to play. You want this other person to be a playmate in life. And I'm not talking about a Hugh Hefner one. And so when I meet people, it's playtime. And that's how you're going to begin with yourself. Meet yourself like it's playtime. Meet your true self. Unearth. Find out who she is. Whatever gender. Find out all about her. And have some fun. And have a conversation. You listen. Learn to listen to yourself. You weren't listened to, were you? I wasn't. Listen to yourself. So I take time for me whenever I can and whenever I need to, because I have my very own permission slip. I have my hall pass. Like when you were a kid, it's my permission slip. It's my permission slip. It's either playtime or it isn't. The key to having a good time here is you give yourself permission to be yourself. And for me, though, I had to first recognize that I wasn't myself, nor did I even know who I was because of the narcissistic abuse, also narc relationships. And that's why flying solo is so important. SOLO. It's a scenic overlook of your entire life. Take an overview. Take a loving overview. And assess. In the AIM system, assess everything. I was called too sensitive. Were you called too sensitive too? We're not too sensitive. We're sensitive enough. We're perfectly sensitive. We feel deeply. So if you feel into everybody's stuff, stop. Just give yourself permission. Give yourself a permission slip. Make yourself, you don't haul past everybody. Make yourself the permission that you have. Remember when you were a kid? Get out of the classroom. Or they tell you what to think. And go down the corridor to the restroom. Huh? Oh boy. Think back about yourself, what you were aware of, and what you knew was magical about you, and what you can still have now, and what you still do have now, as part of your magnificent being, as part of your magnificent self, as integral to who you are. You were brutally criticized for making mistakes, weren't you? Of any kind. Don't do it to yourself now. And when you find yourself doing that, brutalizing yourself for, oops, I slipped, I was human, give yourself another pass. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're a human. Oops. There is a way up, and then there's a way to your next level. And that's essentially, we're in the Argon. We're in the game. And it feels really shitty to have had traumatic childhoods. But in some ways, you have an advantage to other people. So really count your blessings. You don't have to fetch your water unless you live in a third world country. They don't pollute the well like they used to wipe out villages, they meaning any oppressor. But the water has things in it. And if you're curious about it, message me at ityogaguide@gmail.com. Inner Transformation. I'm an inner transformation guide. I'm developing a system in real time that helps you aim for what is true for you. And it starts with kinds of things like an inventory list of yourself and your truth. And recognizing that everybody has hardships because we're in this society, we're in this world, we're in this place where they define us. And so now you get to be the parent for yourself. So I'm learning to teach that. So we're going to be discussing communication. A narcissist does not have a communication. They don't have a conversation. They communicate to you what they want you to do, what they think about you, but they do not have a conversation. And learning to have a conversation is a give and take, an exchange of ideas. It's a ability to express yourself.